Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous with me, Bregaton. Let's descend the staircase. Hey, wake up. The bull is roasted. We're just waiting on you. What? Y'all alive? I don't believe the awful dream I just had. Officer Chorus burned to ash, and we were all slaughtered. And the Queen of Mendev. Ha ha ha. You and your dreams. Come on, let's sit down. We can't celebrate the solstice without our chieftain now, can we? War Chief. Orbrick yawns widely. You never guessed the dream I just had. Officer Chorus had burned to the ground, and the two of us. Wait, no. Nothing had burned down. My clan and me were roasting a bull for a feast. Was that a dream or not? And what does that make this here now? That was a dream. This is reality. Yep, right. I think I know what's what now. He yawns again. It was a good dream. Home, family, a bull in the spit. Just like things used to be. Pity it was just a dream. It's Areelu's magic using mirages to confuse us. Gah, that cursed witch. All she does is mess with honest folks' heads. Ulbrich tugs at his beard. But the dream was a nice one. I didn't even want to wake up. I suppose that was the point. Make us fall asleep here, and never wake up from our sweet dreams. Well then, are you awake? Ready to go? Yeah, let's go. Our foes never sleep, so that means we can't neither.
We do it my way.
I've never seen Ulbrich's. Brother, is it going to be much longer? I feel like my whole body's asleep. One minute more, Trevor, and your torment will be over. How many years have I been asking you to sit for a portrait? 5? 10? The vision dissipates. Social smiles sadly. It was just an illusion, but such a pleasant one. What was that? Some kind of demonic attack. Demons are skilled at prying into our souls, you know. You don't have to look very deeply into mine. I can't help but think of my brother, especially in a terrible place like this. They simply extracted a dream, I suppose. My dearest wish. Ready to move on. Of course. We need to find the others. I don't like encountering illusions in a place like this. And not everyone has the fortitude to view them with clear eyes. I do want to give a special shout out to Regil, though. Regil has a really cool moment here. He's not affected by the magic. I come this way. With me, you won't be alone. Sela, how many times do I have to tell you? Slow down. With you, it's always act first, think later. I can relate. I'm not doing it on purpose, Asimi. I swear. I know you're not doing it on purpose. I know. So now, let's try that move again. Sela's dark eyes are filled with tears. She blinks them away. Sela, are you alright? Everything was different for a moment. My life was different. As if Asimi, the paladin who died because of me, was still alive. She trained me, and we traveled all over, and so much happened. Sela grits her teeth. It was an illusion. Let's just drop it. Are you ready to keep going? I'm always ready.
I'm off.
We're set for Pearl Bay. Heave anchor. Raise the sails. When I eat your dinner under palm trees on solid ground, we better get a move on, lads. Aye, aye, Captain Lan. Arr, Captain Lan. The illusion vanishes. Lan shakes his head in amazement. Then, with a mixture of shame and irritation, he bursts out. What the hell was that? Where'd it come from? Why? What was that? Lan frowns and drops his head and mutters. My mom told me all kinds of stories when I was a kid. You know, about pirates and the like. One time all three of us even played pirates together. Me, my mom, and my dad. I was the captain. Stupid, I know. Truth is, I've never even seen the sea. This place is foul, and the visions in it are foul too. Are you ready to move on? You bet I am. Lan breathes a sigh of relief.
I do what I must.
We're so sorry we suspected you. Come back to us, Woljif. We're nothing without you. You're the best out of all of us. Forgive us. Come back. Forgive me, my boy. You're my only grandchild. I should have loved you. Because of my mistakes, you became an orphan. You went hungry and cold. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So Galfrey, the Thieflings, Erebeth. Not sure who that is. That's his grandmother that sold it. The Moon of the Abyss. I thought you were a lowly thief, but I was so wrong. Forgive me, your majesty. Forgive me for not recognizing you as a king immediately. Allow me to serve you, even as a washerwoman. Forgive an old fool for all the harm I did to the tieflings. Woe is me. Punish me as you see fit, but please forgive me. That may be Holrune. I thought he had a different color cape, though. Or cloak. I, though unworthy, humbly beg your forgiveness, your majesty. Life has been hard for the tieflings in my hand, and it is my fault. But I beg you, don't kill me. Here, take my crown instead. Louder, louder. Again. Make me believe it. Try harder, or else I'll have you tossed out on your ear. Woljif is still standing in the middle of the room with his eyes closed. Louder, louder. With more feeling. Bow before your king. And now, O Galfrey, it's your turn. Hand that crown over here. Hey, why is everyone so quiet? He opens his eyes. Oh, Chief. You're gonna give me a groveling apology, too. I mean, did I fall asleep or something? What was that? I don't know, but I liked it. I was a king, see? Sitting in a throne room. Everybody loved me. My enemies were groveling on their knees. And there were mountains of food. I was just thinking about getting a couple peacocks to roam around the gardens when you showed up. Woljif sighs heavily. Ready to go. Can I take another quick look? How to start this thing up again? Alright, alright. Don't look at me like that. If you're in such a hurry, let's go. Enemies in my home. I won't let you pass the threshold. My queen, she'll save you from this beast. The prey has fallen right into my lap. If I kill you, my name will be on everyone's lips.
Into the fray!
Don't hold back!
Be gone, fiend!
Cover me, all right?
You've crossed the wrong mongrel. I will bring down the divine wrath!
The lights take you!
Beneath the top layer of the quivering red mass, you can make out the features of various demons. An eyeless Areelu opens its mouth in a silent scream. A Panagi... I'm not even sure how to pronounce that. I assume it's Panagi. It wriggles its multi-jointed limbs, broken tails and wings trembling. All of it is connected, fused into a single whole. And the soul twitches convulsively as you approach. You hear voices, the same ones that called you in the fog. I wane, I dwindle, I gasp for breath. I forget what you do with the Trickster Mythic Path. You turn it into something. What are you? Now nothing. You killed. Ruined. But you. What are you? The voices are unleashed in a drawn-out shriek, like a death cry. Destroy the grotesque creature. Now you can be at peace. The voices in your head subside, yet a pleasant sensation of an alien presence also disappears.
Always be ready for the worst.
This is my kind of work.
This medley of flesh and limbs of various demons seems like a single organism, the result of some monstrous experiment.
I'm gone.
Oh no, stupid Suture. He forgot. He clean forgot. We have abyss barriers in this place. Demons can cross them, but others can't. Clever. But you can get through if you have the key. Here, take it. Alright, key to the abyss barriers. A strange item you're given by the dredge called Suture. It'll allow you to remove the abyss barriers.
We do it my way.
Before you is some kind of magical device. It looks old and broken. A large, oddly shaped crystal is wedged tightly into a slot in the device. Touch the crystal.
Day 4.
Follow
Frost,
if you
4632. Experiment, wounded demons. Subject, a Lilitu and several lesser demons maimed in battle with crusaders. The fusing of body parts of different life forms has been done many times before, and is of no interest to me. The focus of this experiment is the fusing of souls. Desired result, to preserve the specific abilities of the donor subjects in the final fused entity. The idea is promising, and may influence my other research.
Alright, it's my mistake. There's 3 of those then. There's one in the final room where you can insert your own crystals that you find. The locks have been battered by someone's desperate efforts to open it, but the door is sealed shut.
I'm off.
For now. Note fragment from Areelu's laboratory. Donald send me. Nowhere the historian emerges with an unexpected suggestion from behind the commander's back. This is just the sort of situation where ingenuity and knowledge of the enemy would be more useful than swords and armor. While she speaks, she thinks, I need to prove myself. So that is from the Leper's Smile book event, right before you enter Leper's Smile and you decide who's going to lead the distraction. Also, in case I forget to mention it later, the events of this campaign are being relayed by Areelu. So, during the chapter transitions, it's Areelu narrating the dialogue. So she's telling this whole story. And that's further evidence right there, because that's her note recounting the events of Leper's Smile. Now, why she's recalling these events, we'll find out at the end of the game. I think that's the same description as the other one, but Experiment Transformation Crystal. The red book lies in the center of the room. Beneath the title in large letters, Lexicon of Paradox, are lines of text written in hasty, bold script. A shimmering purple haze rises from the pages. You're about to step over the threshold when the haze glows brighter. The power within you responds, rolling in agitation. But you feel no sense of danger. Rather, it's as though you're experiencing a chemical reaction to this unknown phenomenon. Look around. You're distracted by a rustling sound and the heavy thud of ungainly footsteps. The dredge looks decidedly pitiful up close. Without the crude stitching that crisscrosses his skin, it seems his body would simply fall to pieces.
So you made it to our treasure trove. Why not take a treasure for yourself? This is knowledge and power. Right now it's nothing, but it will become what you want it to be.
The dredge points at the book. The demon's voice is laden with strange yearning. He looks at the purple shimmer and can't take his eyes off it for several seconds. First, you answer my questions, demon.
Go and ask them then. I don't have all day.
I see a book. You're talking about some kind of power. What does that mean?
This book is an old notebook for recording experiments. The power is the result of one of those experiments. My lady decided to bind it to the pages for some reason. It's the ultimate convergence of theory and practice, savvy? She gave a lot to learn how to cultivate and strengthen souls, and this is the result.
You're just going to give this power to me.
As if one mutilated dredge could stop you. But that's not it. My lady knew that sooner or later, someone would come for the book. She told me not to interfere. She doesn't tell me her reasons. She said to come here and wait, to make sure that the gift finds its owner. That's what I've done. She also told me not to hide from whoever comes, and so I haven't.
What experiments are mentioned in the book?
All of them. Rifts, mythic powers, planar magic, transformation, hibernation. All them things that I obviously know a lot about. You've seen the lab, of course. I also know that the book contains everything about her work on the world wound. It's a pity. The book's looking worse for wear. Who knows what notes are still left inside?
Tell me about Canabris and your transformation into a halfling. I want details.
You're a shrewd one, aren't you? Nothing gets past you, does it? He wants details, he says. I was disguised as a halfling, yes. Did I have to drag your body to the Crusaders? I did. Did I then have to slip you a weapon? I did. Do you think I'd have managed all that if I'd been gallivanting around Canabris in my own skin? As to the purpose of the whole performance, don't ask me. I know nothing. My lady don't bother sharing such details with me.
The Suture mutters. I found out everything I wanted to know.
That's good. That's good indeed. Knowledge leads to progress, eh?
I'd tell you to refuse to take this abomination, but I already know that you're not gonna take it. You're not gonna take it, right?
Lan looks at you in agitation.
I would have said that people don't go around handing out gifts like this for no reason. Especially not Areelu, if she is the one behind this, but I think I should keep out of this decision. It feels like the fate of Galarian might hinge on this, or something like that. You decide, and I'll accept your decision. Whatever it is.
Sela falters. So I do like option 7. We're gonna go with option 2. Take the book. I must learn the secrets of those responsible for the world wound, so I can defeat them. See, I don't... All these sound too... dumb. Because when does things like this ever work out for the person doing it? But we're going to. Mostly so I can give this to Queen Galfrey when we see her next time. Your fingers barely graze the book, when the purple glow flares brightly, and a series of inscriptions, diagrams, and sketches flash by, imprinting themselves in your memory as if you've always known them. Power fills you, just as wrathful and overwhelming as in the battle for the Wardstone, or the moment you acquired the Sword of Valor. Now we got the Lexicon of Paradox Part 1. There are only 2 parts in the game, and we don't get the next one until the next act.
Discari's here. Discari himself. Blimey! One minute we had a dragon, the next, bam, she was gone. What are you gonna do? Fight or flee? If fleeing's your plan, let me help you out. I've got a scroll here with a good protective spell.
The halfling's armor is splashed with blood, and he's armed to the teeth with a sword, a blade, and a hatchet on his belt, and a crossbow on his back. His voice sounds familiar to you. Care to lend me a weapon? I'll try to fight the demons.
Sure thing. Here, take this. Best crossbow I've got. The person who made it said it could pierce the hide of a demon lord even.
Halfling holds out the crossbow.
Good luck! Try not to get eaten now!
The halfling's words are drowned out by a terrible rumbling and the rustling of countless tiny wings.
Yes, very good. A dose of bravery or a bit of honor. It could be nothing else. Or perhaps his instincts are hinting.
Areelu trails off.
Milady, this creature is about to die. Shouldn't you... That's it. I've done as she asked. Now I can return to my lady.
The Suture looks at you with a strange expression. Envy, sorrow, yearning, understanding. You can't be sure. Why did Areelu need someone to shoot Discari back in Canabras?
She needed to spill his blood. The blood of a demon lord is a powerful thing and very useful, you see. It's a priceless reagent. You can make so many things out of it. A wondrous blade, for example, that can turn even a wardstone to dust.
Like a certain purple stone knife. Don't move. You answer my questions, demon.
Go and ask them then. I don't have all day. That's good. That's good indeed. Knowledge leads to progress, eh?
You can go. Let your mistress know that I'll come for her, sooner or later.
I'll tell her. Don't worry.
The demon bares his fangs. I got our next mythic rank. Alright, so we get a mythic feat, and we get Summon Mavonic Deva. Similar to Summon Spirit Paladins, but it's a Deva instead. I don't think that I want Destructive Shockwave, at least not yet. I really want that first attack to hit. It's kind of what my build is banking on. So probably weapon-focused mythic. To further increase my chance of hitting that first attack. You're a mythical master of one type of weapon. Benefit: double the bonuses of your attack rolls from weapon focus and greater weapon focus. So it should be +4 now, right? Improved Sword of Heaven. I didn't realize I even had this ability. Did I not read these? I read Angelic Halo. The Sword of Heaven. Angels can imbue their weapons with holy power. Weapons imbued with holy power deal an additional 2d6 holy damage on attacks, while spells and abilities used while holding imbued weapons deal an additional 2 dice of damage or heal an additional 2 dice of damage. You can use Sword of Heaven a number of times per day equal to 1 plus half your mythic rank. An improved Sword of Heaven, at 4th, 6th, 8th, and 10th mythic ranks, an angel can select an improvement to the Sword of Heaven ability. Improvements that are available at 8th and 10th ranks are significantly more powerful. Okay. Alright, so abolish disease. Weapons of the angel become a bane to all diseases. A creature wielding them becomes immune to diseases, which we don't need as a paladin. A healing spell is cast by that creature now remove all diseases from the target, and also remove fatigued, exhausted, sickened, and nauseated conditions. Creatures that apply diseases on attacks or otherwise closely linked to diseases suffer an additional 50% of damage from the wielder as holy damage. Abolish guile. Weapons of the angel become a bane to all guile. A creature wielding them becomes immune to compulsion effects. Healing spells cast by that creature now remove all mind-affecting effects from the target. Creatures that commonly use compulsion suffer an additional 50% of damage from the wielder as holy damage. That's actually pretty good for some of the swarms we face. The Vescivore swarms specifically use compulsion effects. And being immune to that means we can have 3 characters immune to it, and a secret fight coming up in the next dungeon that we, well, 2 dungeons away. Abolish poison. Weapons of the angel become a bane to all poisons. The creature wielding them becomes immune to poisons. Healing spells cast by that creature now remove all poisons from the target and heal all ability damage and ability drain. That could be pretty useful. Creatures that apply poison on attacks or are otherwise closely linked to poison suffer additional 50% of damage from the wielder as holy damage. Abolish undeath. Weapons of the angel become a bane to all undeath. The creature wielding them becomes immune to death effects and energy drain. Healing spells cast by that creature now remove paralysis and all negative levels from the target. Undead creatures suffer an additional 50% of damage from the wielder as holy damage. Not a lot of undead I'm worried about. Basically having a death ward spell is pretty good. I'm not sure if... I don't know how long this thing lasts. Bestow the Divine. Angel can now imbue weapons of others with the same holy power. Angel can still imbue weapons of only one creature. Everlasting Flame. Sword of Heaven now lasts for 1 minute per mythic rank. Grand Blessing. Additional damage and healing from Sword of Heaven are now maximized. And Guide of the Faithful. Attacks with the imbued weapon now mark the target for 1 minute, making the target visible, giving the target a -4 penalty to stealth checks, and a -4 penalty to armor class. Bestow the Divine seems pretty good. I'll probably go with Grand Blessing. How long does it last? I guess that's the more important question.
I am never wrong.
I haven't used it. One minute. Alright, let's increase the duration. I'd hate to use that in combat, only for it to run out during that same combat. So, Everlasting Flame. Oh, and some new spells here. So, Cure Critical Wounds, Divine Power. Those are both standard spells. Blade of the Sun. Create a 60-foot long line of holy energy, dealing 1d8 holy damage per 2 caster levels to all targets on the line. Pure Form. You heal yourself for 1d8 hit points per caster level, and automatically dispel any negative effects on yourself. Repel the Profane. The spell affects all undead creatures, evil outsiders, and divine casters devoted to evil deities. If the target fails a will saving throw, it's frightened for 1 round per caster level. If the saving throw is successful, the target is shaken for 1 round. This spell ignores immunity to fear effects. Ward Against Disease Communal. All allies in a 20-foot radius gain immunity to diseases for 10 minutes. And Ward Against Impurity. The target gains immunity to nauseated and sickened conditions, diseases and poisons for 10 minutes per caster level. Lysila. Mythic Feat. Probably... Yeah, let's grab this. So Mythic Tower Shield Fortress. While using a tower shield, you masterfully block incoming physical damage, gaining DRN, where N is equal to half your shield's armor class. This DR stacks with other sources of damage reduction. Did not know this was in the game. Need to keep track of that. So there's what, 4 or now 5 ways to stack damage reduction. Keep that in mind for a future playthrough. Alright, maybe improved initiative mythic. Or power attack mythic. Let's do that. We've seen this before, I'm not going to read it again. It's just an increased power attack. So instead of +2, it's +3. Or +5 if you're using a two-handed weapon. Or primary natural weapon. So his bite attack. Probably weapon focus. I'm sure there's better options, but I'm gonna go with weapon focus. It's a safe option. So enduring spells is an odd one for me. I think I rest enough to where it doesn't matter if my spells last longer or not. It's definitely a quality of life feature. I wouldn't have to buff up as often or rest as often, but I can also just rest and reapply my buffs. So I feel like the enduring spells feats are kind of traps. I mean, there are some situations where it could come in handy, but it's not essential like people make it out to be. I think improved initiative mythic. If I get that dispel magic off sooner with the guaranteed 20 with the goggles of shoot, got the name. But anyway, you leap into the fray with speed and confidence. Benefit: the bonus on initiative checks granted by improved initiative increases by an amount equal to your mythic rank. And to land, I mean, weapon focus isn't a bad idea. Flawless attacks is also really good on him. Let's go do weapon focus short bow.
I do what I must.
An unsettling light twinkles from the crystal. Lines of mysterious magical patterns spread out around it.
I'm gone.
Buckler of Ray negation. This +3 buckler grants the wearer a +5 bonus to armor class against ranged touch attacks, which aren't that plentiful. Alright, so we can go that way. We can also go that way. We can open the rift. We can safely open it without actually going through it right now. Every last object in this spacious chamber seems to thrum with secrets and formidable power. This appears to be the heart of the laboratory. So this way I think takes us back up to the other area. No, maybe that's for Act 5. We come back here in Act 5. What is our mythic rank? Is it 5? 4. Yeah, so you hit level 20 pretty early on in the campaign. I mean, comparatively. But you still have that sense of progression with the mythic ranks. Because those are story beats that you can't get ahead of.
Yet another obstacle.
The Inheritor, guide my blade! No glory without risk!
Eternal Rose, I call upon you!
Into the fray!
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Ha!
away he goes again. Another elven note, which is also tied to the Lexicon of Paradox.
Do not fear! Do not waver!
The chaos does not look like the result of anything as deliberate and controlled as a search. It is more likely that there was a fight here, or that everything was simply smashed.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Follow if you dare.
Let's go this way first. I don't recall which way is actually the way forward. I think that all the way over there is. This should just be another chamber.
I'm off.
Alright, Secret of Great Sorcery Crystal, and a heavy crossbow of degradation. Whenever this +2 Thundering Burst heavy crossbow confirms a critical hit, all enemies in a 15-foot area must pass a reflex saving throw DC 20 or suffer 1 damage to intelligence score per round for 1d6 rounds.
Can't hide from me.
This is my kind of work.
I'm gone.
The room has more life to it than the other chambers in the lab. Even here, rationality wins out over comfort. An old letter. The letters written on this decrepit paper are Sarkorian. Greetings, brothers and sisters in magic. If this message has fallen into your hands, then you, like me, practice arcane magic, disregarding the unjust and ruthless laws of our homeland. Nature has bestowed upon you a gift, allowing you to perform beautiful and wonderful deeds, which are rewarded only with persecution and suppression. Far too many innocent, talented people have been forced to hide like criminals, live in fear and shield themselves with lies. Brothers and sisters, we have lived for too long under the yoke of outdated and misguided tradition. Enough is enough. The time for rebellion is now. The hour of our resistance has come. Let us rally our ranks, bolster the courage in our hearts, and speak out. Our voices must be heard. Are you not tired of living in fear, of jumping at every rustle in the night? It doesn't have to be this way. Together, we can make the elders reckon with us. Together, we can put an end to their tyrannical rule over us. Let them accept us and see us as people. Or if they try to subdue us by force as before, let them prepare to feel our pushback. We will force them to overturn the meaningless, superstitious ban on arcane magic. We'll make them see us as people, not as evil witches. We will destroy the cursed prison of Threshold and set free the innocents within, doomed to wretched and unjust imprisonment. We will save Sarkoris, but only together. I therefore urge anyone and everyone for whom freedom is worth rebelling and fighting for to join our alliance. Your brother in magic, Opon. And that's not the last we'll hear of Opon. Note from Areelu's laboratory. The commander and his army walk up the high bank of the West Selen River, where it draws near the border of the World Wound. The soldiers' feet halt unbidden. On the other bank rises a series of cliffs, too regular in shape to have been formed by wind or water. The sky hangs over their sharp edges and sickening bends, the shade of Mercury on the horizon rising to dirty rust. As it arches above the soldiers' heads, it regains its familiar azure hue. We've seen that before as well. I think that was the first book event after we set out from Canabras. Alright, I'm gonna call it here, and next time we will continue exploring Areelu's laboratory. Keep trying to say laboratory and laboratory at the same time. I really just need to settle on a pronunciation, but both are correct, so I like to flip-flop. I don't want to get complacent. But Anyway, next time we'll finish exploring the laboratory. I will go back up to the Angel because we have the means to free her now. And we'll go from there. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one.